It's time for Donkey of the Day.
It's a read, but you're so good at it.
You trying to be a fake-ass Charlamagne. There's only one Charlamagne to God.
Damn, Charlamagne, who you giving Donkey of the Day to now?
Well, Sexy Red, Donkey of the Day for Tuesday, September 10th, goes to the Miami-Dade police officers who pulled over Miami Dolphin Tyreek Hill. Salute to Tyreek Hill. On Sunday, as he was approaching the Hard Rock Stadium to play a game against the Jacksonville Jaguars, he got pulled over. Now, I don't know if you have all seen the body cam footage, but the Miami-Dade police officers pulled Tyreek Hill out of his car and forced him to the pavement before putting him in handcuffs. Now, I'm going to get to the news report, but I want to explain what you may hear. The footage shows Tyreek is originally pulled over for speeding, and it takes approximately 1 minute from when the officer leaves his motorcycle and starts walking towards Tyreek's car to when Tyreek is forcibly pulled out. 1 minute, 60 seconds. Okay, the officers arrived. They knocked on Tyreek's car window. Tyreek rolls the window down, hands the officer his driver's license, and tells the officer over and over to not knock on my window. The footage also shows the officers asking Tyreek to keep his window down, and that's when the escalation escalated. Who's the source? What's the source? CNN. Let's go to CNN for the report, please.
Hey, don't knock on my window like that, man.
Why don't you have your seatbelt on?
Don't knock on my window.
Why don't you have your seatbelt on?
Knock on my window like that, no.
Like what?
Don't knock on my window like that.
Why you have it up?
Don't knock on my window like that.
Why you have it up? I have to knock to let you know I'm here. That way you can lower it and talk to
Just
you.
get my ticket, bro, so I can go. I'm finna be late, gang. Do what you gotta do.
Hey, keep your window down. Keep your window down.
Don't tell me what.
Keep your window down. I'm gonna get you out of the car. As a matter of fact, get out of the car.
Give me that.
Get out of the car.
Give me that. I'm gonna break that freaking window.
Get out of the car.
I'm finna get out.
Get out of the car right now. We're not playing this game. Get out.
Get out. Get out. Get out. What part of blood are you doing this? Hey, Drew, I'm getting arrested, dude. I'm getting out, bro. Twin.
When we tell you to do something, you do it. You understand?
I'm getting out,
you
bro.
understand? Not what you want, but what we tell you.
Hold on, twin. Hold on, bro. I just had surgery on my knee. I just had surgery on my knee, bro. I just had surgery on my knee, bro.
I just heard you in your ears when we told you to put your window down.
Bro, chill.
Oof. Now, I know a lot of people watch that video, hear that video, and say to themselves, I'm calling ICE on every single one of those police officers. Okay, if ever a wall needed to be built, I'm sure they are here legally because they are all police officers, but I just want to make sure, because if you're going to treat Tyreek Hill like that, then I need to make sure you don't need to be deported. Okay, that's number one. Second thing, I'm sure some of you thought, why didn't Tyreek just comply? Why didn't he just keep the window down? Why didn't he just tell the police who he was? I'm Tyreek Hill. We got a game to play today. I'm just trying to get to the stadium. You know, apologies, and keep it moving. Police probably would have gave him an escort. Unless, of course, those officers were betting with the Jaguars. Unless, of course, those officers were betting on their, DraftKings and their FanDuels that Tyreek was going to have a horrible game. If that is the case, then they didn't want to do anything but make sure Tyreek was having a bad day. But back to the Tyreek Hill complying thing, right? I've heard people say he should have just complied. The reason I have trouble with that logic is because ego-driven, power-tripping humans are going to be ego-driven, power-tripping humans regardless. Nothing about this interaction was logical or had any reasoning to it. 1 minute, 60 seconds from pulling him over, they forcibly removed him out of the car and had him on the ground. Folks say Tyreek should have just complied. Well, what about officers should have had better conflict resolution skills? The officers reacted like that simply because Tyreek wouldn't keep his window down? You already have his license. Run his name, give him his ticket, and let him go on about his business. The officers ask Hill to get out of his vehicle. Tyreek says, I'm going to get out. Okay, as the officer is already opening his door and removing him, Tyreek says to the officer, I'm getting out. Okay, by that point, another officer grabbed him by the back of the head, back of the neck, and forced him to the pavement, put him in handcuffs. The situation went from 0 to 60, but it was the police who pushed the gas. Okay, not Tyreek. And this is what I don't understand about people with big guns, fragile egos, and badges. Okay, one of the officers literally tells Tyreek, when I tell you to do something, you do it. As if Tyreek has zero rights. And what's sad when you're dealing with the police, especially when you're black, is the rule of law does not apply to you. Whatever constitutional law exists in regards to your interactions with the police, those are out the window. When we have interactions with the police, we just trying to survive. Tyreek Hill told NBC News this. Do we got that clip?
I'm just being a black man, that's it. I'm just being black in America, bro. That's all it is.
We're dark too, brother. We're people of color too. Don't play like that.
I'm just being a black man in America, bro.
That's not the clip I'm looking for.
That's it. said, let me write me my ticket.
That wasn't the clip I was looking for. The other one when he talking to NBC News. Well, he basically told NBC News, if I wasn't Tyreek Hill, Lord knows I probably would have been shot or locked up. Tyreek, let's just say these people knew who you were, okay? Look what they still did to you, okay? They don't care who you are. They would have treated any black person in that situation just like they treated you. It took them 1 minute, 60 seconds from pulling you over to have you on the ground in handcuffs, okay? You being Tyreek Hill meant absolutely nothing. Now, one of the officers has been put on administrative leave, and the police chief promises full transparency. Chief, we saw the video. It doesn't get any more transparent. I know there's going to be an investigation. The only thing that you can tell us is my theory about the officers betting on the Jacksonville Jaguars via DraftKings or FanDuel is true. Other than that, this is just gaslighting because nothing is going to change in regards to how cops treat us, and that's the sad part. They won't even release these officers' names, so I can't even really give them the credit they deserve for being stupid. We are at the mercy of the police, okay? All I learned from this situation was what I already knew. Okay, it doesn't matter who you are, what you do, how much money you got. If you are black, you are subject to that type of violent, overly aggressive behavior from the police. Please let Remy Ma give the officers in Miami-Dade County that did that to Tyreek Hill the biggest hee-haw.
Hee-haw, hee-haw. You stupid motherfucker. Are you dumb?
All right.
Not black. You OJ.
What?
I mean, you know what I'm trying to say.
No, we don't.
He's rich, so he shouldn't be treated like that. But it doesn't matter how much money you have. Cops do not care. They hopped out that car. They hopped off that bike.
OJ didn't think he was black.
That's what I'm saying. I was trying to say the line, but I said it wrong.
We don't know what you was trying to say.
Whatever. Y'all know what I'm saying. It's sad that we even because imagine if he wasn't him, and that's why I said earlier my heart dropped when he put that window.
But here's
up.
the thing. He said that, right? He said if I wasn't Tyreek Hill, Lord knows I probably would have been shot or locked up. Well.
All right, well,
you can play it now.
A little
if you want
late,
to. It's okay.
Hill believes the incident could have ended differently if he were not a superstar athlete.
Worst case scenario would have been shot, or either you would have been locked up.
I believe that situation went exactly how it would have went regardless, because they didn't care. It took them 60 seconds. 60 seconds for all of that to happen.
That was ego.
Okay.
That was pride. That was abuse of power.
60 seconds.
They knew who he was, and they wanted to show him who was the boss, quote unquote, right? Well, let's talk about it.
If they knew who he was and still treated him like that.
They did. One of the officers said that's Tyreek Hill.
Yeah,
they ain't about to have a boss now. Somebody about to be fired.
I don't think they can. I don't even know if they're gonna get fired.
Yeah,
their
unions over there. Union released something that he didn't comply. That's why we did that. It's all right. Well, let's open up the phone lines. Let's discuss 800-585-1051. We'd love to hear from you and some officers out there. Some officers on the job. If you're working, and we'd love to hear how you feel about it. What's your thoughts? What you think? All right, it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Donkey of the Day is sponsored by renowned personal injury attorney Michael the Bull Lamonsoff. Don't be a donkey when you need a fighter on your side. If you're ever injured, go to michaelthebull.com. That's michaelthebull.com. And when you mess with the bull, you get the horns.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.